Empower Room. This is your host, Red T, and so glad to have you all with us on this afternoon, the first Sunday of May, Cinco de Mayo. So let's get ready to do something.
Welcome to the Empower Room for empowering moments with your host, Timothy Hughes. Empowering Moments is brought to you by Empower Media, LLC, where we empower you, parents, and the entire community with transformative information to move mind and spirit to a higher state of well-being. So welcome to the Empower Room, and let's get started.
All right, welcome again to Empowering Moments with your host, Red T, Reverend Timothy B. Hughes, and Div. And we ask you please like our page, send a comment, leave an emoji. We're also on YouTube, so we ask that you subscribe to our YouTube page, which is MPWR Media LLC 1. All right, so please check us out at MPWR Media LLC. That is MPWR Media LLC. All right, MPWR Media LLC 1.com is our website. All right, so we encourage you to check us out there and let us know what you think about our platform, and hope that you are empowered, in which we attempt to do every Sunday. All right, so to give you a little bit more about what Empower Media LLC is about, we are a social empowerment entity, and we have been engaging community for over 25 years in various formats, from presentations to special programming, for also digital media, and also book publication. So we are engaged in those three areas pretty heavily right now, and I want to encourage you to check out more about what we do at our website. Again, it's MPWR, play on words for empower, MPWR Media LLC 1.com. Again, MPWR Media LLC 1.com, as you can see scrolling on the screen at this time. All right, so what we do in Empowering Moments is we cover three areas. We deal with, cover culture, consciousness, where we have special guests that come and join us from different parts of the country and also different parts of the world. Also, I do have a person lined up, hopefully this month, that'll be speaking to us from Spain. So I'm excited about that. But on today, we have some outstanding guests that are with us as well, that I've had the pleasure to meet a few years ago while they were in high school, and now adults and have their own family, and looking forward to that dialogue on today as we explore a life of entrepreneurs again on this week. All right, and then the final piece is dealing with civic concerns, where I'm a strong proponent about the importance of voting. So we'll briefly get into that as well. All right, so from the cultural piece, I wanted to lift up Cinco de Mayo. Today is Cinco de Mayo Day, and it is the defeat of the French by Mexico in Puebla, Mexico, May 5th, 1862. So as you all are aware, there's a lot of celebration going on, a lot of tequila going all over the place, and good Mexican cuisine and celebration in regard to Cinco de Mayo. So I wanted to definitely lift that up, especially being here in Texas. Celebrations have already been kicked off starting probably before Friday regarding Cinco de Mayo. So happy Cinco de Mayo Day for sure. All right, so today, consciously, we have a couple of guests. They are a wonderful married couple who I had the pleasure of knowing for my tenure at McClure South Berkeley High School, and I would like to bring them on at this time, and let's see if I can bring them on up. Hello, the Rutherfords. How you all doing? Can't hear you.
Look, it was on mute. Let's do that again. Hey! How are you?
All right, wonderful, wonderful. It's so good to have you all in the Empower Room. We go way back. So
You said a few years ago. I'm like,
All right. I mean, look how the Lord has blessed. I mean, you all are wonderful to see and see where you are and see how the Lord has blessed you all tremendously. So I'm glad we have this opportunity to dialogue with the both of you all. All right. So you all want to share a little bit about yourself, kicking it, just kick us off?
all right. Well, hey, let's start it off.
All right.
I'm your boy, Brother Greg, Minister Greg, Pastor Greg, whatever it is you need me to be. I'm there at your service as the Lord wills, and
I'm your girl Antoinette.
And we are the Rutherfords.
Yes.
The Rutherfords. All right. All right. And you all are blessed to have, I don't know, is it 4 children?
5.
Oh my God. Okay, I missed one. Okay. All right. Wonderful. All right. Praise God. Praise God. Praise God. And what are their ages?
Let's see, Dad. What are their ages?
Lord have mercy. 13, 10. Well, about to be 7, right? About to be 7, about to be 5, and a 1-year-old.
Is that right? Is that right? Man, congratulations. Congratulations. Outstanding. Outstanding. So you all have a book out.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So tell us the title of the book.
So the title of the book is The Pursuit of Oneness. The Pursuit of Oneness. Yep.
All right. All right. All right. Pursuit of Oneness. So tell us what Pursuit of Oneness is all about.
So the Pursuit of Oneness, Antoinette, I started. You
Okay.
can go ahead.
The Pursuit of Oneness, it's pretty much about our walk in life as a married couple and some different things that we went through individually to come to a place of healing. We all have some type of trauma that we've experienced in our lives. And a lot of times we move forward in life and we don't see how those traumas can be triggered and still show up in our, what we think are healed, I'm over it life. So the book is just basically pointing out that we do have those traumas. They can be triggered. Everyone has that, and just how to deal with those things and how sometimes it can be to your detriment if you don't deal with them, and how it can really, really just help you to dig deep and get to the root of those issues to be a better you.
Awesome. Awesome. Man, that's outstanding. 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 So what encouraged you all to write the book? I mean, what inspired you to want to do that?
Well, first of all, the Lord spoke to us.
Okay.
And told us that we would be putting our story now. I woke up one morning and he just told me to write. Okay. And typically I'm a songwriter because, you know, we do our music and everything like that. So I'm a songwriter and I can write in any other area. But as far as a book, I never really saw myself writing a book. Okay. So it was definitely something that he led me to do one morning. And I just started with one part. And then it just went from there, and the Lord built that whole thing out. But the reason why he had us do it was because there are so many people who are stuck in certain places, and they're thinking that they can't get to where they need to be because they're being blocked by the people who are surrounding them. And it's not the people that are surrounding them. It is actually the fact that you're not accepting these people as mirrors. You're not letting them be accountability. And we honestly, our generation, I believe it probably started with the generation ahead of right before us. If you spoke down, then you were speaking against. Instead of saying, this was accountability to help me know and see myself. So we need a mirror, and we had to learn how to be one another's mirror so that we can teach others how to be each other's mirror. Because in relationship, all facets of relationship, anyone you're connected to is definitely a mirror to you.
Awesome. Awesome. I like that. I like that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So where can your book be purchased to share with the audience where they can purchase your book?
The book can be purchased on Amazon.com.
All right.
Paperback and Kindle form.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. Very good. So it's available on Amazon in paperback and Kindle. Definitely aware of that with my book as well. It's on the same format, and pray that it's being beneficial to you all. And now, Miss Antoinette, now I've seen some other stuff that you've been posting on Facebook, but I hadn't seen it in a while. And that's your food. So what's up with that?
Oh, I still cook.
Okay.
I cater every now and then. I run a couple of specials, but yep, we do still have the catering business.
You do. Awesome. Okay. And I'm in Texas, so I want to just go through the phone and, snatch it, but that doesn't work. It don't taste the same.
What part of Texas are you in?
We're in the Dallas area.
Okay. Yeah, we got to get down there, man.
Yes, indeed. Come on through. Come on by. All right. So, what else do y'all have on the horizon? What else is going on? I know y'all are engaged in ministry and music and catering and now authors. What else do you have going on?
So here soon we will be releasing some new music.
Yes.
That is at the forefront of it. Really with the music, the book, all things developing others and encouraging others to live their best life, not according to their own standards or their own means or what they want, but living their best life according to what God has called them to. I think we become a culture that says you only live once, and for a believer, that's not the truth. We get to live eternally with our Father, and it's all up to us whether or not we're going to take that opportunity. So it's helping people live their best life through the lens of Christ and through His standards and His word. So that's what the worship music is all about. That's what the book is all about. That all things surrounding that is our next move, because one of the things that we agreed to is that we want our legacy to speak louder than our now.
Yeah. All right.
So it has to go beyond where we are right now, and that's what we're hoping to encourage everybody else to do as well.
Awesome. Wonderful. That's very, very encouraging and good to hear, for sure. There was a question I wanted to ask as we've been dialoguing in relation to relationships among young folk, your generation. Do you see disconnects with relationships, or do you see the healthy relationships being developed for the most part, or what would you say? What would you say in regard to what you've seen as far as marriages are concerned?
I will say that there are, I'm gonna put a disclaimer on it. There are still good, healthy relationships, but they are rare to find, and not because people aren't capable of doing it. Right. It's people are allowing society to rule. People are allowing, back to those traumas, they're allowing that trauma to rule their lives. So when they get in these relationships, they're getting these fairy tale relationships. And once it's no longer a fairy tale anymore, or as they say in this day and time, once it no longer serves me, then it's time to run, or it's time to move on to something else. So it's more about what is driving the relationships nowadays. It's lust, it's the different desires that they have. Like I said, these social media couples, these YouTube couples, and all of that's great. The trips, all of that. But when it's over and done with, who are you all at the core? And I think a lot of us at this day of time, we're not really taking the time to get to know people at the core. Who are you? Are you loving from survival? Are you loving because you know how to love? And if you don't know these things, are we going to work towards that to make something healthy? Because nothing is perfect, or are we just going to just roll with the punches, throw blows at each other, damage each other, and then when I'm done with you, you go damage somebody else, I go damage somebody else that we hope to get together with and fix our problems. But if they don't, we're just gonna keep on rolling.
Interesting perspective. Thank you.
Relationships have become more of an aspiration than they are goals. I know they call them relationship goals, but they're not really goals, because a goal is something that you set to reach, accomplish, and continue to build on. And when people get into these relationships, they see something that they aspire to have, and then they go for that. And once it's not that anymore, they say, okay, we're good and I can move on. Relationships you don't move on from. Relationships you should be growing from. And if you are not allowing your relationships to help to grow you or develop you, then you're falling into a place where you're idolizing yourself above all else. You believe that you don't deserve the best, number one, but you believe that you deserve only what puts a smile on your face, only what pleases you, you know.
Right, you just a feel good kind of experience, and it's more that. I have two fathers in the ministry in St. Louis, Pastor Donald Hunter and then Pastor Donald Ray McNeil. So Pastor Donald Ray McNeil would always say, marriage is what is it? Hold on a minute. It was come back. This coming to me. Marriage is for grown folks. Children need not apply.
Yeah.
Okay. Marriage is for grown folks. Children need not apply. And then another one that he says is in regard to marriage. You know, it can be mundane. I mean, it's a routine to it, and you know, it's you doing the same thing, you know, week after week for the most part, and that's just what it is, you know. And it's not saying there's anything bad about it, but you know, of course, you know, we have make sure we create things like date nights and things of that nature, and be intentional about doing trips and taking time for one another on a regular basis as well. But you know, it's the day in and day out, especially when you have children. I mean, it's a routine. You know? So that's just what it is. It's not going to be all what you see on social media and, you know, Atlanta Housewives and all these other shows. That's not reality for real. You know,
and it's crazy because it's like there's no longevity anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's it. That's
I recognize the videos that get the most views are the ones that are the shortest, because we like the shorts, right? And in life, this is the truth. In our views, we like the shorts. Okay, you know what? Give me what's short. Give me a small snippet of what looks good, and that's what I'm going to form my life around. And it does not work that way. The longevity says that I'm going to be with you and committed to you forever, no matter what's going on. I know you remember Miss Josephine Thomas. Yes, Miss Thomas from Berkeley. Miss Thomas taught us something. She said this to us. I believe it was our first year of marriage, or were we about to get married? I can't remember. It was our first year of marriage, and we went back up to Berkeley, and we sat in the room with her, and she said, "You see, it's something about the young folk. They don't understand marriage and love." She said, "Love has nothing to do with this feeling you have. Love is a commitment." I love my husband because this is what she said. She said she loves her husband because he is committed. And she is committed to him, meaning that no matter what tomorrow brings, I'm committed to staying in this thing. I'm committed to fighting with you and arguing with you. I'm committed to making up with you. I'm committed to going and seeing each other at our best. I'm committed to walking through our worst with one another. No matter what, we're committed. And that's what we built our relationship on, is the understanding that we are committed no matter how hard it gets, no matter how crazy it gets. We get frustrated. We will never speak death over our marriage. We will always be committed to seeing this thing all the way through, because we love each other and we meant what we said when we made those vows.
Understand. That's wonderful. And there was a marriage conference I went to, and the facilitator was saying, "Do you know how to divorce-proof your marriage?" And you know, and what he said was that you tell the devil that you ain't going nowhere. You know, you ain't going nowhere. You know, I'm gonna be right here, and this is it. You know what I'm saying? And so that definitely devil proofs it, because the devil can't penetrate that at all. Because when you in your mind have that mind consciousness of saying, "I'm not going nowhere," you know what it is. What it is. You know, the devil will flee.
And you look at how he did with Jesus, right? When Jesus was in the wilderness, he offers him all of these things, right? And it's the same way that he does with us every single time. It's always the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride. It's always trying to build on what we can see. And what the enemy will do is he'll set all of these things. He's using social media. He's using other connections, and he's using people on the job. He's using all of these people and influences to set them before your face so that you desire what everybody else has. And what is that called in the Bible? Coveting. Right? And you covet what is not yours. But if he can get you to covet it, he can get you to go for it.
Right, exactly.
And so while you sitting there saying, "I want a relationship like that," before you know it, either whoever you're with is going to, or your husband or spouse or whomever you're connected to, either they're going to align with what you want, or you're going to try and push them out of the way. Even though you know that's not your real desire, in your heart of hearts, you want to make this thing last, but you don't know how to get past what you've seen. So we have to get out of our own perceptions and what we desire, because the enemy is so cunning. He will always put before you what he knows is something that you desire.
Yep.
True. Outstanding. Man, I am so proud of y'all. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Well,
right. You know where we came from.
Well, shoot, you know, we all, with the bottom line is we all came from somewhere.
Right.
His grace, we thank God for his mercy. Just like Antoinette, we all got issues. Hello? Ain't nobody ain't got one. All of us. So I praise God. God has blessed you all to come to this point in your life where you are and to share with others. So I want to encourage you to please continue to do that. I want to thank you all so much for being on with us in the Empower Room. I pray that this has been empowering to people and people that will see it, because the show will continue to run on the page. Whenever anyone clicks on it, it's there for you to see. And is there anything else you all want to share before we say goodbye?
Anything else to share?
Well, you?
No.
I think we're all good, but I do want to say this. You know what? Wherever you are in life, whatever it is that you aspire to do, whatever it is that you're looking to build, make sure that Christ is the center. Yeah. Make sure that you give your all to God and that He is the focus. We are so quick about, I just told a friend of this of mine this really quick, 30 seconds. Okay, you ready? No problem. I told him, I said, the story of the prodigal son, we often look at his failure, right, and his demise, and then we celebrate the fact that he was able to come back in. Right. We say, "Oh, that's the grace of God," and we get excited about that. But we don't realize what got him into the situation that he was in the first place. It was the fact that he wanted what he was never willing to wait for. He wanted what he was not willing to work for and wait for. He was not mature enough for what God had in store for him. So instead of going and saying, "Lord, I'll wait for you," and also, "Father, I'll submit to you until it's the time for it to be released." He's like, "Give it to me now." Right. Exactly. If you are looking for something from God, don't try and force it yourself. Stop trying to force the hand of God. Stop trying to make things happen. Push to see what it takes to become all He wants you to become, because He knows when you're qualified for it. Amen. He's going to position you to be qualified. He's never going to leave you in a place where you will be unqualified. He's always going to require you to be qualified and to give you be qualified to receive much. In order for you to do much, though, you have to do more. So just trust the process. Don't try and force the hand of God, and obey His voice before you try and take everything that you know is aligned for you ahead of time. Because you squander it. Even though he got to come back, one thing he'll never forget is the fact that he squandered what was his portion. Yeah. You might be received back. Because some people say, "I just want to get into the gates." You might be received back into the grace of God and might be received back into His presence. But you will forever remember, as you look at other crowns, that you didn't have the crown that you could have had because you squandered what should have been stored up. So.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. I think that's a great nugget of wisdom to share for sure. And I want to thank you all again for being on with us today. Again, this is Antoinette and Gregory Rutherford, the Rutherfords, Reverend Pastor, evangelist, gospel singer, caterer, songwriter, author. Hello. All right. So we want to thank you all so much for being with us. Again, their book is available on Amazon. Pursuit of Oneness is available on Amazon. Please go out and purchase it. It's available in paper book and Kindle. Please get their book, share it, and blessings to you all and your family. And thank you all so much for you allowing me to interview you in the Empower Room.
Yes.
Thank
you
you
for having us.
All right. God bless.
God bless you.
All right, now y'all too. All right. All right, so we want to thank the Rutherfords for being on with us on today. So grateful for their presence. I pray that you were encouraged by what you heard on today as we delved into consciousness and had some wonderful guests on with us, the Rutherfords with us today. And I want to encourage you to please go out and purchase their book, Pursuit of Oneness. Again, it's available on Amazon, and it's available in paper book and also on Kindle. So please check that out. All right. So we're going to move on to our next category real quickly, and that is the civics. And want to encourage everyone, please, 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 please. I pray that we understand the importance of this election that is coming up. We have about another 6 months before the presidential election. I know there are different viewpoints that I've heard, especially in our community, and kind of deeply concerned about that and people's interpretation of their importance and their voice in voting. And I still believe that our vote matters. Historically, we should be able to see the footprints of how voting has been beneficial, especially to the African American community, Black and brown people, minorities, women, all that. So this to me, in my lifetime, will be the most one of the most essential presidential elections that I will ever vote in, because what I believe is at stake right now is whether we're going to continue to be a democracy or turn into an autocracy. So I want to encourage you to please search your heart, your mind, and your soul in regard to being intentional about, if you don't vote in no other election, you make sure you vote in this one in November. All right, for sure, because it could truly change your life, and you could be very disappointed in relation to what can happen based on who will win. All right, so please keep that in mind, and we'll just move on for that, because we will be getting more engaged in the civic concerns topic as the days and the weeks go forward. All right, and I want to encourage everyone to please consider purchasing In the Blink of an Eye, an out of this world experience. And it is my personal testimony, if you will, of an experience that I had taking my wife out on February 14th, 2014, where we were going to see Frankie Beverly and Maze. And unfortunately, I didn't make it inside. I had, as they call it, a sudden death heart attack. So as you can see, I'm here. And that's what this book is all about, telling you about the journey that I went on during the time that I was away. And it's been a very inspiring book to a lot of people. I want to thank all those who have purchased the book. And there's wonderful reviews. We have 5 stars on Amazon currently at this time. I want to thank everyone who purchased the book, and please continue to share the book with others. And we again are working on some book signings as we speak, trying to get those finalized. So preferably I'll be able to announce something on the next show. So we shall hopefully be able to do that for sure. All right. And we want to lift up one of our dear colleagues from, of course, South Berkeley, and the loss of her son, Quincy McMillan. There's a hashtag that they are wanting people to share, hashtag Justice for Quincy McMillan. Unfortunately, he was tragically killed in Phoenix, Arizona. It's probably been about a couple of months now, and they are in pursuit of trying to get answers and people to come forward to share what happened, what they saw in regard to this tragic killing of Quincy McMillan. So please, if you would not mind, please take this hashtag down, share this hashtag on your social media platforms. If you would like to get more information, please reach out to Qualisha Jones, and there's her email address there on the screen. Please take that down as well and show your support for her and the efforts that they are trying to do to raise money to be able to share reward money for people that will be able to come forward with information that they are wanting to obtain as it relates to this tragic death. Okay, and it is tragic. I knew Quincy McMillan personally, and he was an outstanding young man, and we really would like your support in regard to getting some answers. All righty, so moving on, we want to thank you again for being with us in the Empower Room. It's been a pleasure having you all with us. Don't forget to do something. And please check out our website, empowermediallc1.com. Check out our presentation page where you can see presentations that are available to you. We also customize them to fit whatever your environment may be. Just give us a call or email, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you about what we're able to do. And I want to thank my daughter, Nia Aziz Hughes, for running the boards for me. And we thank you all so much for being with us in the Empower Room. And please don't forget to do something. We really appreciate it. And again, send us an emoji, like our page, subscribe to our page on YouTube, and we'll be back with you on next week. All right. God bless.
Thank you for joining us in the Empower Room. Hope you have received some impactful information. Please like or leave a comment. See you next week in the Empower Room, brought to you by Empower Media LLC and your host, Reverend Timothy Hughes, aka Rev T.